us forward.
Hello and good evening. Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Lagos State government restates commitment to waste management, hygiene in markets. Kano State governor appeals to doctors to suspend strike. On the foreign team, Europe's leaders face up to Trump victory at Hungarian summit. And in sports, Nigeria to present first blind athlete at World Sambo Championship. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State government has reiterated its commitment to improving waste management and hygiene in markets as part of efforts to transform waste generated from the markets into wealth. Wife of the governor and chairman, Committee of Wives of Lagos State Officials, CALSO, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, made this known at a seminar on market sanitation and security held at Sabo Ultramodern Market in the Yaba area of Lagos State. In her keynote address at the event, Mrs. Sanwo-Olu harped on the importance of hygiene, safety, and security markets, and commitment of the administration of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu in especially enforcing practices that will protect the market from theft, diseases, and fire outbreaks. She enjoined market stakeholders to adhere to the guidelines of the state government on proper waste management and hygiene, so as to reduce the possibility of food or water pollution that poses significant environmental and health risks to the lives of consumers and traders. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu also urged market stakeholders to consolidate the efforts of the state government in creating cleaner and healthier markets that would foster economic growth and prosperity in Lagos. Earlier, Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy Affairs and Rural Development, Bolaji Robert, applauded the efforts of Mrs. Sanwo-Olu in ensuring that the advocacy programs for market leaders and stakeholders are spread across the 57 councils of the state. He added that the efforts have resulted in significant positive changes witnessed in markets across the state. The Lagos State Residents Registration Agency, LASRA, says registration of pupils in low-fee paying private schools will ensure that all residents are counted and represented in government planning and improving access to essential services. LASRA General Manager Bilkis Adebayi Abiola made this known in her address at the relaunch and inaugural conference of the Seed LASRA Partnership with the theme No Child Left Behind. Adebayi Abiola said, with a growing population and diverse educational landscape, these pupils are often underrepresented in official data. She said registering them will enhance educational planning, strengthen community development, whereby a sense of belonging among pupils and their families is assured, and in essence promote civic engagement and community participation. In an inspiring move to shape future leaders, 70 public secondary school students from across Lagos Island have participated in the Eco Boys to Men Mentorship Program. The initiative is aimed at providing the students with direct mentorship from accomplished professionals across various fields, preparing them for future success. Earlier in his welcome address, Chairman of the Association, Effiong Ekun, stated that the program aims to build skills, instill discipline, broaden horizons, empowering Lagos youth for a brighter future. Okon, who was represented by the chairman of the Membership and Welfare Committee, Henry Shofowura, emphasized that students will receive training in Information and Communication Technology, ICT, among other programs designed to guide young minds towards professional, personal, and academic growth.
ICT is so important to everything that we do. And where ICT fails, that is why the experience of your parents and grandparents comes in. So we have to balance it. Every successful company in the world today have those four generations working together. where they have capacity, experience, technology, and capability of every one of them. When you infuse these four things together, the output will be very, very positive and progressive.
Head of the association's financial committee, Bayo Adekunle, announced that top-performing students in the ICT mentorship program will be rewarded with iPads and laptops as part of the association's commitment to encouraging excellence and motivate students to fully engage with the program.
Actually, went to Jakonde School back in the 80s, that's like 1980, when the free education scheme started with the late governor, Latif Jakonde. So we're beneficiaries of that education. So everybody has gone to university, we're optionals in our various fields. So someone that we should come back, get together, all of us that went to the same school, get together and give back to the students in the schools on Lagos Island now.
Students who took part in the mentorship program commended the Eco Boys to Men Association for the transformative and deeply impactful initiative.
I learned a lot about ICT and how it helps in education, what it does and how it improves other people learning. Because without ICT, some people might actually have failed a lot in the loss. Because ICT also helps like in searching, like Meta AI. But I promise also to organize some program for my younger ones in the future.
And these were participants of the mentorship program organized by the Eco Boys to Men Association. And now to the rest of the stories. Kano State Governor Abba Yusuf has urged the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, to suspend that it could endanger those of over 20 residents who depend on medical services. The governor assured the NMA that the report from the investigative panel probing the alleged assault of a female doctor by the State Commissioner for Humanitarian Affairs at Murtala Mohammed Special Hospital is on his desk, awaiting immediate action. The NMA had issued a 48-hour ultimatum to the state government to dismiss the commissioner, threatening to go on strike if the demand was not met. Yusuf's disappointment over the NMA's decision to strike over what he described as a dispute between two adults, urging the association to allow due process take its course. The governor explained that upon hearing of the incident, he promptly set up a committee to investigate and directed it to submit a report within 48 hours. Yusuf also assured that any official found culpable in the incident would face appropriate sanctions, emphasizing his administration's commitment to accountability. The Defense Headquarters has declared 9 persons wanted over terrorism and violent extremism in the Northeast. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Edward Buba, announced this during a briefing at the Defense Headquarters, Abuja. He said the wanted persons are from the Northeast region. And now to foreign news. The re-election of Donald Trump to the White House is focusing minds in Europe, and with dozens of leaders meeting in Budapest, they have the perfect chance to talk it through. Trump's first term in office saw a dramatic souring of relationships. As he was angry, European countries did not pay more towards their own security. He was also livid about the U.S. trade deficit with Europe and seemed particularly irate with EU big power Germany on both those counts. Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky is in the Hungarian capital for a meeting of the European political community. The U.S. has been the largest single donor to Ukraine, and Europe will struggle to take up the slack. Europeans, notably UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, Francis Emmanuel Macron, and German Chancellor Olaf Scholz have repeatedly pledged to stand by Ukraine. The U.S. electoral race was always predicted to be tight, and European Union officials insist they are better prepared for Trump now than in 2016, when they were taken by surprise. And now sports. Nigeria is poised to make history as the first African country to present a blind athlete at the 2024 World Sambo Championships in Astana, Kazakhstan. For the first time, blind sambo has been included in the championships, and Nigeria will be represented by Samuel Kekere, the only blind athlete from Africa expected to compete. Kekere, an orange belt judoka from Lagos State, began his journey in combat sport 4 years ago, and he will compete in the men's totally blind athletes, joining his counterparts from around the world. He will compete in the men's 64-kilogram category, while James Chagwam and Cherry Gatau will also represent Nigeria in the main event from November 8 to 10 at the Martial Arts Palace in Astana. Athletes from 80 countries will vie for 31 medals over the 3-day tournament. And that's all for the news at 6. Just before we go, slow down at road junctions, intersections, and pedestrian crossings. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961, on YouTube. Subscribe and watch us live on our channel Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration set up a 1 billion naira fund targeted at businesses in the tourism, hospitality, entertainment, art and culture sectors, both loans and grants? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government has reiterated its commitment to improving waste management and hygiene in markets as part of efforts to transform waste generated from the markets into wealth. Kano State Governor Akan Usen has urged the Nigerian Medical Association (NMA) to suspend its industrial action, warning that it could endanger the lives of over 20 million Kano residents who depend on medical services. We also told you that the re-election of Donald Trump to the White House is focusing minds in Europe, and with dozens of leaders meeting in Budapest, they have the perfect chance to talk it through. And in sports, Nigeria is poised to make history as the first African country to present a blind athlete at the 2024 World Sambo Championships in Astana, Kazakhstan. For contacts with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Coyote Mafalashiri. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening, and please stay safe. Good evening.